Good afternoon. Good evening. Good evening. Let's have a discussion. Let me go live here as well. Okay, so good evening. Yes, let's have a discussion. Happy Saturday, Ola Kunle Jempeji. How are you? How you feeling this lovely Saturday? What's going on? Annie, how are you? Long time, yeah, long time. How are you? Nice to hear that, Olakundle. Ajowi Oyobaha. Hello, how are you? Good evening. So we're just here to discuss a little bit about immigration. If anybody has a question, they can just put it in the comment um, so we can get started. Okay. Uh, Anything new going on, you can share in the comment. Um, that's just about few updates. Good evening, good evening. Patricia Ali, how are you? Long time. Thanks for coming, Patricia. You're just gonna go ahead and please go ahead and like. By the way, if you're already here, just give me a favor and go ahead and like. Any saying that oh, your I-130 is still pending. Okay. Annie, I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly, but anyway, those I-130s, people who are applying, like currently, it's not taking too long for some reasons, but the people who apply a long time ago, they're still waiting. I have somebody who's their green card still pending, almost 2 years. 2 years really already passed. This is the third year we're going. I mean, by September it's going to be 3 years. Um, we're still waiting. We're patient. We're still waiting. Advanced parole renewal. How long it takes for advanced parole renewal? Probably about a year, I guess. Yeah, anything that has to do with renewal when it comes to work permit, it's just going to depend. There's really no certainty as far as how long it's going to take. There's no exact answer for that because it's just taking. I have somebody who actually applied and it got renewed within 1 month. It was a renewal, but we still have people who applied long time ago. It's just that today they're trying to basically produce their card. It's a renewal too of work permit. And as far as advanced parole is concerned, just give it a full year. But if you have like reason to expedite, just try to expedite. Anna Mahmoudi said, you get Iranian visa. What do you mean by Iranian visa? Tourist visa? Oh, no, I don't do tourist visa. Anna Mahmoudi, I don't do tourist visa. Amble Dove 21, you have a question? Just put it in the comment. If you have a question, put it in the comment because I'm streaming on all platforms. That's why you're seeing me in and out. But if you have a question, just put it in the comment. Okay, just put it in the comment. Humble Love 21. Just put it in the comment, okay? I'll get back to you. Okay. Patricia said, I don't have any question for now. Okay, that's fine. Uh, Jim Page, my motion to terminate removal is still pending. I called the court, hasn't ruled on it. It's been a month since my attorney filed the motion. Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I don't understand why, if a case is open, why they haven't ruled on it. Now I begin to think maybe you file a prosecutorial discretion instead of a motion. It's kind of strange to me, really, because when a case is pending, it doesn't take that long for the judge to decide. 13 days, that's the rule. But if it's taking too long, then you begin to wonder really what's going on. But you don't have anything else. You can just wait because you're already in court, right? So you just wait. Eventually, they're going to answer. But the day you go for your hearing in September, which you're hearing, then probably you're going to get an answer by then. But it's just strange. That's what I have to say about it. TPS registration, about 6 months. I have one we apply in December. Thinking maybe by June, July, about 6 months and 7 months wage. You're welcome, Olakuje. Okay, renewal is based on VAWA, and my VAWA is 3 years. Yeah, based on VAWA, just give it a year. But if you have reason to expedite, really, you should just try to file expedite. And the reason being why it's taking too long is it's because, with work permit, I'm just going to take the case for the work permit, right? With work permit, because they have this extension, so once somebody files for the renewal, they get a receipt, and the receipt extends the validity of their current work permit. That's why really they don't really care. It's like they have a solution in the middle, you know. That's why it takes too long. But if you have reason to expedite, just try it. Zami, what are the chances to win a cancellation removal if we keep that follow a special education? Thank you very much. Zami Zemuri, special education. If the kid is in IP program, and let's say the kid has autism, then chances are, you have a strong case with autism. But if it's just like special program, it's a little weak, unless you have it combined with other circumstances. Um, that's what I would say. Let me see another person here. Yeah, Humble Dove. I don't see your question, Humble Dove. Just put it in the comment, please. Yeah, Zami Zemuri, yes. So basically, if a kid has, special needs enrolled in those IP program, usually it becomes a stronger case if you have a set of other circumstances. For example, if the kid on top of it, the kid has autism, yeah, that's gonna work out because that make it strong, or maybe some type of economic backgrounds as well. Um, some people will make an argument on education in a foreign land. Um, to make it strong, really, you have to combine it with a lot of things. Oh, okay. Yeah, same is more. If they say he's autism, yes, then yes, it really makes the case stronger. Yeah. Chances to win, we can't really tell you. Um, it's always in courts, it's always 50-50, but at least the case is strong, um, in my opinion. Okay. Anybody else? Let's see if we have a news. Let me check if we have some type of immigration news with what's going on in Texas. Let me check. Oh my God, we have okay. Oklahoma passes the same type of law as Texas. Yeah, let's say that went the House. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is what's going on. Oklahoma City, a Texas-style immigration bill passed through the House on Thursday without any amendment. Okay. The House Bill 4156, which was ordered by Speaker of the House, does not have to follow the normal legislative process. It might now be scheduled for a vote on the Senate floor. So basically, it's going to be the same thing as Texas, similar. Like if you get to the border or they see you, um, yeah, it's just gonna be the way it is in Texas, right? Because the Texas law is still in a limbo. I don't know. I haven't followed it. Not sure where they currently stand, but it essentially that law says that illegal, uh, basically the person who's undocumented will be arrested. First time offender, 6 months in jail. Second time offender, up to 20 years in jail. Then they be ordered removed with a bar, right? And it's going to be a felony charge if it's the second time that you try to re-enter again illegally. Um, that's the same thing they want to pass in Oklahoma City. As far as immigration news is concerned, that's the recent news. So let's see what else we have here. Hold on, let me just check if we have another news. Okay, let's see if we have something else. The United States restored deportation flight to Haiti. Um, sorry. Yeah, that's the only news I see going on, basically. Um, okay, let's see who else. Okay, Abraham is talking about what evidence needed for step parent abused by U.S. ex-wife, um, child under the age of 60 years old. Hmm. First of all, the child is under the age of 60 years. Um, how are you going to plead that? But when it comes to abuse, basically, if the person is in general, right, if the person is claiming abuse, then first of all, they have to show that they were in fact abused, either emotionally. Usually, people go on through therapy, then they'll show a some type of medical report from a therapist. It's not required, but it's proof enough to support their claim. Um, Some people, they have, they've called the police at some point. Their own statement, their own affidavit from friends and family. It has to be notarized, talking about uh, what exactly is going on, in detail. So that's in general what people need. Then you take a background check to show that you're a person of good moral and character. And you have to establish the relationship. If you're claiming that the U.S. spouse is the one who abused you, then you have to, you were married certificate. If you're a step parent, then you have to show that you um, marriage certificate, of course, because you have to show that you married the spouse in question when the child was under the age of 18 to establish step-parent relationship. Um, yeah, marriage certificate to establish that relationship, and birth certificate of the child to establish that the child is from the spouse and you were married to that ex-spouse, basically to establish that relationship. Then you go with the abusive um, story, right? Whether you have proof from the police or you have a medical record, therapist note, your own statement from friends and families, etc., your own good moral and character. Those are the things that you're going to show. Yasser Ibrahim, I hope you got the answer, right? What are the chances of the motion being terminated based on I-1? Most of the time, it gets terminated. Why? Because if a person has I-130 approved and then they got here with a visa, like they can show they into the United States either legally or through parole, then they're prima facie eligible to adjust status, right? That's what you show. So most of the time, at least on my side, most of the time it get approved. If you can show that you are prima facie eligible to adjust status, then yes, it's going to get approved. Meaning what? Meaning that you got here with a visa, inspected or parole, you got no criminal record. If you do have criminal record, you have to be able to show that those are waivable offenses. It can be waived, um, and then you're prima facie eligible. The person who's sponsoring you, let's say it's a spouse, then they have the income, they meet the income requirement to sponsor you, or they can join another joint sponsor. So if you can show all that, like you are prima facie eligible to adjust status, yes, it gets terminated. Okolun Jempeji, it gets terminated. I'm not sure why it's taking you too long. Probably they're just busy, but I've never heard such a thing when the case is up and only takes 13 days. But chances are, if they don't give you an answer the day of your trial, you will get an answer. That's just bottom of line because you'll be there. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. So, sure. Yeah, this person doesn't have a question anymore. I don't see a question. You're welcome. Anybody else? By the way, we have 10 people in the house, okay? Please go ahead and like. Please go ahead and share. Yeah, no criminal records, came in legally. Yes, it's going to get terminated. It's just why it's taking too long. I'm not sure why, because the case is pending, the case is open. It shouldn't be taking that long. But just know that on the day of the trial, it's going to get addressed. Like your lawyer is going to raise that. They're going to talk about it, and eventually it's going to get terminated. Thanks, Raj Chanel. And sometimes, Olokule GMP, if it doesn't get terminated, you can adjust in court. There's always an alternative to ask the judge, well, if you can't terminate, What about adjusting here, right here in court? So, which service center serves VAWA cases? Nebraska. They changed the address. If you go on USCIS website, they changed the address to Nebraska. So all cases go to Nebraska, and then from there, then they're gonna transfer some cases to the Vermont Center. But initially, when you send it, it goes to Nebraska. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see if USCIS has something. I'm just checking to see if USCIS has some type of news. Okay, let me just double check. I don't see any news, but only one. The cap which for additional returning worker H-2B visa. Yeah, those are for temporary employment. Yeah, we don't really have a strong news as far as we are concerned. Okay, Rachel saying that I was a J1 scholar, but I completed my 2 years home country requirement. They're going to complicate my I-485 application, possibly taking longer time for decision compared to others. No, Raj Channel, I don't think so. If you met your 2 year requirements, then you're fine, right? Once they get your application, they're just gonna process it like everybody. Oh, look, you applied to the court and they are to USCIS. Well, USCIS is not going to decide. That's just number one. If you're in removal, USCIS will not decide on your case. That's just period. Okay. Might as well forget about the USCIS thing. Just deal with the court because USCIS does not have jurisdiction of a pending open case. Never. They're not going to decide on that green card application. They're only going to decide on I-130. That's why they decided on I-130. So once you terminate removal, then you can go back to USCIS for them to decide. That's just procedure. Okay, Benny Akimben. By the way, we have 11 people here. Please go ahead and like and share. Let's answer this question from Benny Akindem. Hi, Bijoux. I and my wife did not file tax together, but I filed using our child to file to get more money going for our I-130. I hope that's not going to be against my approval. Well, that's going to be a problem. You're going to have to know how to answer that question. I mean, you have to come up with some type of justification as to why you are not filing taxes together because you're married. You know, the good news, a little bit of good news in your case is because you have a child with the wife in question, then there's no, probably there's no more doubt about the validity of the marriage because the child is there, right? If the child is from both of you, then at least the suspicion, it's not going to be stronger than somebody who does not have a child with the spouse in question and they're going to an interview and they're not filing tax together. So, but just know that that's a problem, and you have to find a way to justify yourself. And by the way, if you want to get your citizenship after you get your green card, you should be filing tax together. Otherwise, they're not going to give it to you. Yeah, you should just file tax together to avoid all those things. You're welcome. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Anybody else? Anybody else? How much filing fees for VAWA? Right now, no fees at all. For VAWA applicants, zero. You're not gonna pay for anything at all. Remember that with this new USCIS fee schedule, this new fee schedule of our applicants filing green card are not required to file. They're not paying fees, so that's a good news. At least it started on April 1st. So if you're applying, let's say today, yeah, no fees for USCIS. But Ibrahim, you're gonna have if you're gonna claim that the child under the age of 21 was abusive to the ex parent, I don't see how you're gonna really prove that, to be honest, because the child is under the age of 21. Um, it's a minor child, so how are you gonna prove that abuse? You see, it's kind of a difficult case. By the way, if anybody need a consultation, they should schedule it. The consultation links on all my profiles. Oh, the child is over the age of 21 now. Ah, okay, okay, okay. If anybody has a question, they should schedule it by using the consultation link on all my profile. Okay, anybody else? So we can wrap up. It's almost 27 minutes. In 2 minutes, we're gonna wrap up. Yeah, we got great questions today. This is a video that you need to rewatch for those who came late. Yeah, we got really great questions. Yeah, and that's it, right? This is it. Saturday. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. I guess this is it, right? We got everybody's question. Yeah, this is it. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. We got everybody questions. Until next time, bye bye.